Good morning, everyone. Mike Vukovcan here, and we're going to start something new here in Pittsburgh sports now during this recruiting season. I know the numbers and traffic we get as far as stuff we do recruiting is pretty heavy, so we want to keep you guys updated as much as possible. Instead of me just writing and putting down a few notes, I'm going to do something on camera, and I'll be able to express myself a little bit and give some more thoughts on what's happening. As you know, season's over with. Coaches are all around the country right now, Pitt included. So we're going to keep you up to date on where they're going to be, where we see they're at, offers they're making, and if they get any commitments. And they'll definitely be working on that in the next couple of weeks until the first signing day, December 19th. The big news yesterday, and what this is going to be is it's just going to be a real informal recap of yesterday in case you missed anything on the notes that we do or any of the articles. It'll be a recap of yesterday, and then look ahead a little bit to today as far as any information that we've found out that's supposed to happen today. And we'll do that on a nightly or morning basis depending on when my son and I, Ryan, when he could record this, because he's our producer here. So I guess the big first thing yesterday was the meeting yesterday with Travis Koontz in Pitt. Tim Salem was out there first thing. Actually, he got out there Sunday evening and met with Travis yesterday throughout the day, spent the day walking throughout the campus, and from all indications, things went well. I know there's been some, especially ever since Pitt's lackluster performance on offense the last couple weeks, people ask, what's he want to come back for? Hey, it's a chance to play. Pitt still won the ACC. The tight end position is going to be wide open. He's a talented guy. It wasn't as though he decommitted because he wasn't happy with Pat Narduzzi or anything with the staff. He was just unsure of what they were going to do with the offense. I think a big part of the meeting yesterday with Tim Salem was to reassure him, tell him where he fits in the offense and what their plans are moving forward. And from what I understand, everything went well. And as I've expressed a couple different times, I would be highly surprised if Travis Koontz isn't back in the fold for Pitt. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but I'd say right now Pitt is definitely the leader for him at this moment. Could something change? Sure. Do I see it changing? No. I definitely look for him to rejoin Pitt sometime in the near future. The other big thing yesterday was Pitt's latest recruit, Daniel Carter. Pat Narduzzi didn't waste any time getting down to Florida, seeing him, and meeting with him yesterday. He was down there with Charlie Partridge. A lot of the staff's going to be, I shouldn't say a lot, 3 or 4 members of the staff will be in Florida this week, going to various parts of the state, meeting with kids that have already committed, but also somebody like possibly Demarius Good, who we learned yesterday is going to be taking an official visit to Pitt this weekend. He's an athlete that was committed to Miami, but decommitted, and he plans on making an official visit to Pitt this coming Saturday. So I haven't been able to confirm that yet. I'm working on that. If they're going to stop in his school to see him, I would imagine since they're in Florida, and if he is coming up to take an official visit, it would make sense for them to get there at some point. But Daniel Carter was met yesterday, along with his future running back teammate, Vincent Davis. Pat Narduzzi met with Vincent Davis last night, and that apparently went well. Couple other things here before we talk about today is the offensive line situation. I'm not 100% on this, but Caleb Boating is a guy from Fort Lauderdale we've talked about a lot. At one point I thought he was a Pitt lean. I'm starting to get the sense now that I'm not sure what happened or where things might have went apart, but I'm not sensing him and Pitt are on the same page anymore. I could be wrong about this, but I don't think I am. we'll see. From what I understand, I don't know that they even have a meeting set up with him while they're in Florida, which is a little bit of a sign. And they do have visits this week with 3 other offensive line prospects. Christian Mahogany, on Thursday, they're going to see him. Darius Tisdale, at some point this week, they're going to be at Lackawanna. And also Liam Dick, the big offensive tackle from Canada. Pitt coaches reportedly, Chris Peak of Panther Lair reported yesterday that Pitt coaches are going to be in Canada today meeting with him. I haven't been able to confirm that with Liam yet, but that is what Chris is reporting. And if that's the case, that's 3 guys that they're going to visit, and Boating isn't one of them. So, you know, that could always change, but I find that kind of interesting. As far as what's on tap today, more Florida. Leslie Smith and Kalijah Cansey are 2 guys that signed with Pitt early. I believe actually they were their first 2 commitments. Charlie Partridge will be going to see them. And then also Quadri Jackson, a hybrid. He's a good place in the secondary. He's a linebacker, but Pitt's going to be, I believe that's Tim Salem will be visiting with him today. So that is it as far as visits. Pitt made, we have an article, Alan Saunders did a good recap. We put it up this morning. 7 offers made yesterday by the Pitt staff. Couple linemen, big linemen, 2020 linemen, but also a couple high prospects from 2021. So they're trying to get it early with them, and they're going to be national recruits. The other thing that stood out yesterday with the offers was Pitt's still banging that door in Georgia. Late last night they offered Elijah Turner, a 2020 running back, and also a big, highly rated offensive tackle, Seth McClellan. We're going to try to get a hold of Seth today and talk to him, but he has about offers from just every school in the country. So we'll see where that goes. But we're going to do this on a daily basis. We're going to keep you up to date as much as we can on the whereabouts of the Pitt staff. So if you have any questions, I'm going to start doing this tomorrow. If you have any recruiting questions, tweet us at Pittsburgh Sports Now, and during the segment tomorrow, I will try to answer them as well. So appreciate your time, and we'll check back with you tomorrow.